Why are you saying cheeseburger? Thank you, Zed. Thank you very much. 11 subs. Thank you. You're a sweetie. A sweetie. I saw a comment on a YouTube video that said, how come all of the girls that joined the Yogs cast that aren't British start speaking British after they join? I thought, what are you talking about? I've got me new haircut. No, I don't think Shadow does British. I don't think she does. Happy birthday, Tim or Tom. Happy birthday. A sweetie. Who's significant other? No one yet. Someone better snatch it. What? Disco? Who are you gonna force in there? That's what you usually do, right? I love Disco. Disco's the only person that I consistently send Pokemon gifts to. Me and Pedguin have become best friends on Pokemon Go, and me and Disco are like one sliver away. It's pretty great. It's pretty great. How short? I got some taken off, but I got lots of layers in. Can we do a cheeky peek? And fringe again. And fringe. I'll be back. I wanted to look like Natalie from Yellow Jackets because if I like someone, I have to be them. Or at least try. I dig you, Disco. I did some texturing it and stuff. How long till you move the fringe out of the way? Depends on how long I want to channel this character's energy. And I'm trying to figure out how to do my makeup too, because I tried to do it like grungy, I guess. Grungy. I cut my hair very short and now I just get mad bed hair. I think the bed hair helped me because I've got so many layers now and it's supposed to be messy. I think the bed hair helped. Ramona from Scott Pilgrim, but long in the back. Yeah, the little front bits. Thank you, Enigmis. Hello. So we're gonna do some Cuphead with Zylus. See if we can. Every time I see the, every time I say the words "beat the devil," I think about like when you say "beat the devil" out of something. Bob Ross, does he say "beat the devil"? What does that mean? I don't know what that means. All the time? If not, I don't know.
It's been a long time, but not long enough with Bob's. Shall remember to drink some water, eat some food, then take any meds you may need. Much love.
Thank you, Casey, you sweetie. Thank you very much. When he cleans the brushes, he beats the devil out of it. Really? Fake Bob Ross fan. I like Bob Ross, but I've never been like... I never really got on the Bob Ross train. Hello, Chef MD. Sometimes I beat the devil. I can only hope that I beat the devil. I can hope. I can hope. We'll have some chats and stuff after we do Cuphead. We'll talk about my week. Holy shit, my brain has melted. I used to put his videos on to fall asleep because they're so calm. Amazing. 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 Drinking a soda pop to wake up. You love the dancing rats, thank you. They be dancing? They be dancing. Every time I see them, I forget that they're technically being held by someone. And my brain says, no, those are they just dance by themselves. But that's not how it works. They're not doing it themselves. Some genius must have removed their hands. Possibly. It could have been a genius, or alternatively, it could have just been someone who is nice to Boba and helps her. Unless those are two in the same thing. Would you have to be a genius to help Boba? I don't know. Boba helps herself and she is not. Whoever did that deserves a big kiss. Azul. Maybe you're right.
Bobstran, 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 Bobstran.
Thank you, my new name is Caitlin. Thank you very much. Surely the opposite. Fav loves to get a kiss. He loves to have a kiss. Fav sits at his little computer with his little gat on his hand. And he does a smile. Oh, Zylus. Hello? Yes, are you ready for live to internet? You are live to internet.
Okay. Same with you. You're live to internet.
No!
Oh my god.
I've never been live to internet and I'm afraid.
What? Oh no.
It's my first time live to internet.
Oh no.
What do I do?
You whatever you do not say fuck, shit, or balls.
What if I say pittles?
What?
I did it.
Can't believe you.
I've done it. I said all three of
cannot
them,
believe you.
but put together.
Oh my god. It's ridiculous.
Good morning, Zylus.
Good morning. Well, afternoon technically.
Good
You know
afternoon.
what? It feels like morning. It does.
It does. I don't feel fully awake, but I think it's because it's been a long week.
Right. Oh, I see you've got a little fringe. Is that the right word for it?
do. I've
Oh my
got
goodness.
or bangs if you're American.
Bangs. That's true.
Bangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've got my little.
It's called bangs now, Mousy. Well, there you hear.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mousy.
She says thank you.
Can I got my banana cat. Thank you. I tried to have hair like I don't know what year it's from. It's a shag haircut.
Right.
Also, do you use NVIDIA Broadcast, Zylus?
Well, I use NVIDIA Broadcast. I do not know.
They've got this new thing.
Yeah.
Where it tracks your eyes and then makes you always make eye contact with the camera.
Yeah, no, I've seen that. It freaks me the fuck out. I'm not into it.
I love making direct eye contact at all times.
Oh, God,
I don't understand how I'm looking at my other monitor.
It's just so weird.
You can like make it freak out.
It's the NVIDIA thing where no matter where you look, it will always look at the camera.
I'm looking at you, dear viewer. This is like we should have this for people, neurodivergent people. You can get this installed so you can fake eye contact with people.
True. Oh god, it's just awful. It's just awful. I don't like it.
You can see where I'm originally looking. I'm looking at my other monitor, and then I turn it on. How does it know what my eyes look like?
Yeah, that part I find weird. And especially with me, like I've got naturally quite squinty eyes, right?
Yeah.
So like I'm wondering how it would do it with me. Because is it just gonna magically open my eyes wide?
I know.
Strange.
Also, you have to guess which one it is because I think it's in like. Is the writing in Greek for it? On my thing, it looks like it's in Greek. It's like a tall E, the pi symbol, a cursive A, some sort of thing that looks like a P.
symbol in it, it's Greek, yeah.
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 I got a vignette. A vignette. Not bad. Not bad. But yeah, the eye tracker thing is fucking weird. It's weird.
It's straight. Like, I wonder what the point of it is. You know?
Yeah.
Like, are there people who unironically use it?
There
you
must
think?
be. Because there are a lot of people that like to make videos and, like, make
Want to
eye
be able to just
contact.
always look in the. Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I don't do that, though.
Yeah. No, neither do I. Neither do I. It's not really something I'm particularly interested in either.
I know. Whenever I'm watching someone and they make eye contact, I feel like I'm being perceived and I don't like it. But I think that's because I feel weird about eye contact anyways.
Oh.
I do that thing where I'm like, am I looking at this person for the right amount of time, and when is it okay to stop looking at their eyes?
Yeah, no, makes sense. I get
Bob
you.
Ciel.
I totally get you. Like, I sometimes do wonder
Yeah.
with myself, right? I've never been diagnosed or anything, right?
Yeah.
But I wonder if I'm very slightly on the spectrum in certain aspects, because I have to really focus to make eye contact as well. Like,
Yeah.
people. I can be quite awkward. Like, just. But on the other hand, I'm also like. On the other hand, it's also very easy for me to like, if I'm being introduced to someone, I can very easily just talk to them. Right?
Yeah, gel with them.
So that's why I've always been like, nah, I can't be on the spectrum. But
I try to think. Yeah, I think there's like, sometimes I'll think about something and I'll be like, is it something like neurodivergency, or is it just extreme anxiety?
Maybe, yeah.
Because like I've tried to like pay attention more to myself lately, and there are a lot of times where if I'm not talking to someone like you or someone who I know is my close friend who understands me, like when I had to do the filming thing that we did on Wednesday, there was quite a few people there that I don't interact with a lot.
Sure.
And I was, after conversations with them, I was like, everything that I said, did I say anything weird? Was I normal? Or did I say some weird shit? I don't know. That's my thing lately. I'll be like, do I say weird things and I just don't realize it?
Right.
So when I'm streaming, I just say whatever I want. And I know I say weird shit. I know I just say whatever comes to my mind.
Yeah, you're in front of a camera at that point, you know, like, that's all there is.
I don't know.
I don't know. Like,
I
I don't think I'm actually on the spectrum, but I do think I have some, like, overlapping traits. Like,
yeah.
But
I think there's like...
Mousy says I'm neurodivergent in some way.
Yeah.
Very confidently while laughing. So.
Yeah. There's just, I think anxiety is a big thing too, and there's overlap with that, because I think eye contact can probably be very much contributed to eye contact, and I think like a decent amount of us, especially, you know, the friends that we share and stuff, are not particularly extroverted, or really like, maybe we just don't physically interact with people a lot.
I think out of like the majority of the people in the company, I think I can count the extroverts on one hand.
Yeah.
Like, easily. Like, it would only be one hand.
I think it's just probably the list of people that are at the pub. That go to the pub pretty often.
Maybe.
Would you say Ravs is an extrovert?
Ravs, I think, is he's not the biggest extrovert, but I think he's more extroverted than introverted. Yes.
Yeah.
Daff is definitely an extrovert.
Yeah, he is.
Paul Choi is 100% an extrovert.
Paul Choi sickens me with how extroverted he is. The idea of being that extroverted sickens me. I can't imagine it at all. Like,
yeah, that's weird.
Oz said something to me recently. We were having a very long, lovely discussion, and she said something like, she's like, oh, I don't, because I was like, sometimes I feel like I'm weird, and she goes, oh, you know, I notice sometimes that you do this thing, especially when we're out, and she's like, and you'll just go really quiet, and she goes, And I know you're not being weird, and I know you're not like being quiet because you're angry or anything. She goes, but I can tell when you've had enough, and I can tell when it's time to get you home. And I'm like, that is
recharged.
Yeah, I almost cried. I was like, that is the sweetest thing ever. But I get to a point where I'm like, I can't do this anymore. I need to extract myself from the situation.
100%. That's just the introvert. Like, I think introverts have like a social battery in them, right? Where it runs out at a certain point, and that's where you just need to excuse yourself and just go away. And just recharge. Basically.
I think my migraine, and I'm realizing a lot of my migraines are stress related, but I feel like my migraine from Thursday was because on Wednesday I had to be so like on point and social and talkative and interactive that evening I started to get, like halfway through it, I started to get a headache. But that evening I probably was like coming down from it, and then the next day my brain was like, all right, to make up for yesterday, or just out of commission today. So oh my goodness.
Oh, I get you. I'm like we have our own, like a bunch of us have our own Discord, right, where we hang out like every night and we just chat and play games and do stuff together. But I even on there, I notice myself like every now and then I just kind of need to mute Discord and just have like half an hour where I don't have any noise. And I just do something for myself, right? Whether it's watching something on YouTube or just grinding something in Path of Exile or something, you know, just to recharge and not have any of that extra noise, basically.
I've been doing that with Minecraft lately. And I think it was yesterday where I was like, I did Vault Hunters and I was like, oh, you know, I keep doing stuff on Dadcraft. And I'm like, maybe I'll just stream it, but with no camera. But then I was like, streaming is still effort because I'm still going to have to interact and stuff. And my brain was kind of just like, this week it just tapped out extremely, so.
Yeah. No, I get you. You. It's
that quiet, though.
The life of an introvert. The life of an introvert. Harry is another extrovert.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, that's kind of where I think the list kind of sort of ends.
Do you think Lydia is?
No.
No?
No. I think Lydia is an introvert who needs some like extrovert moments every now and then.
That makes sense.
You know? And I think a lot of introverts do need that every now and then.
Yeah.
But like only so much.
I wonder, I'm trying to think who else is pretty... I think because... I think like Tom also... Tom Clark. Yeah, Tom Clark could stay out the entire day and not have to go back to his house.
Yeah.
Like, I can't do that. I have to be like, okay, have I put my house hours in? Have I put my home hours in?
Yeah. I think that's about it, though. Like, so I'm thinking, like, Duncan, maybe?
Duncan, I think, is extroverted. But I think he has to have, like... If Duncan has a buddy, like when Oz is visiting, Duncan has his buddy, and Oz will, like, she is down to do whatever, and, you know, they'll go get their burgers and stuff. So I think when Duncan has his bud. Hat Films? I don't know.
No.
You don't think so? I think Trot is probably... And Smith has his lizards. I'm, like, thinking what their hobbies are. I would say if any of them were, it would probably be Ross would be extroverted.
No.
No?
Pretty sure Ross is a big introvert as well.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, like, again, there's nothing wrong with being introvert. I'm a massive introvert, you know, like, but I think the majority of people that we know are introverts.
I would also say when I think of Dav as well, and maybe Paul Choi too, I feel like they're the most... Maybe not Paul Choi. I feel like Dav is so normal. He's so normal. Like, he's, like, he might play Dota and stuff.
Normal, right?
I think he's just normal. Like, he's, like, he could probably, maybe I'm also thinking, like, sort of neurotypical in a way, too.
Right.
You know, quote unquote normal. Because Dav could, like, I feel like you can ask Dav to do anything and he won't have any anxiety about anything.
Yeah.
You know?
In that sense, I agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
In that sense, I agree.
I think
There
he's
are other
probably a
things where I'm
weirdo.
just like, God, Dav, you're so fucking strange.
Yeah.
But
maybe more
yeah.
of like Dav doesn't come across to me as anxious. I feel like he can conquer anything. And also just will like if someone's like, "Hey Dav, can you go do this thing?" He's not like, "Okay, let me Google everything I need to know about it first." He's just like, "Yeah, I'll go do it." Whereas me, if someone's like, "Hey Boba, can you go to this store and get me this thing?" I'd be like, "Okay, I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna Google what the store looks like. I'm gonna Google the hours. I'm gonna get their phone number in case I need it." That would just be like, he would just leave and then figure it out as he goes, I think.
As he goes along, yeah. But I think that also comes with just his position for so long within the company, right? He was the fucking do it all guy. Like, this needs to get done. Daff will do it. That needs
he
to get
still
done.
does that.
Well, he has an assistant now, doesn't he? Like, to an extent.
I think so, but I still think a lot falls to him. I think because Lewis will specifically ask Daff, because someone pointed out during the task box when it was Lewis, he was supposed to ask Tom B to do stuff, but he would just ask Dav to do it. He'd be like, "Dav, can you go to the store and get this thing?" And Dav would be like, "Okay," instead of asking Tom B. Because I think Pedguin said it. He's like, Dav is just Lewis's personal assistant.
It feels a bit like it, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is funny.
I remember when I was like,
"You're welcome. Thank you very much,
setting
Sinvicta."
stuff up to go to Jingle Jam and so on. Like my point of contact. Like I talked about it with Lewis first, and Lewis was like, "Yeah, no, we'll sort something out." And I was like, "Okay, well, I've been looking at this, and this. You know, what can, because this plate helps us with travel, right? For those things. Like, what can be done for this?" And he's like, "Don't worry about it. I'll send all this info to Daff." And I'm like, "Okay."
yeah, Daff is the guy for
Daff
it.
will do it. Yeah, and it's like, "Oh, okay." It's not like that a boy has done enough, has enough to do anyway. But
yeah, he'd be doing it. Thank you. Yeah, send me your picture and I'll get on it. He's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Daff's great. I love Daff.
Oh, he's such a reliable boy as well.
Oh, so reliable and like just always super nice and like he's never. I don't think I've ever seen Daff outside of Dota genuinely
in a bad
upset.
mood. Yeah.
Yeah.
The man in the chair. He's the Daff. He's the Daff.
Daff is a good lad. Daff's a very good lad. Yeah, I think that's about it when it comes to the extroverts really in the company. Because I'm like thinking, right? Like everyone who's on Discord other than that with us every night, massive introverts.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is.
Yeah.
Pet is an introvert, I would say.
Yeah. He's an introvert probably. Nilesy, I feel like Nilesy has extrovert energy. Because I feel
that,
like
right?
Yeah.
Say that, right? Nilesy has extrovert energy. Like in a sense, yes. In another sense, also 100% no.
Oh
so
yeah.
I don't know if you remember TwitchCon, where he would just fucking hang out in a hotel room for hours on end.
I guess I was thinking of like the weird shit that he'll just go out and do for no reason.
Yes, that I agree with. He's the only person I know that will just randomly be like, "You know what? I'm gonna go to the beach and metal detect today."
Yeah.
Out of nowhere. Yeah. It's like, okay. You do you, go off, but
or the metal fishing at the bridge.
Yeah,
his mom was great.
Yeah, so like I think he has extrovert tendencies, but he is an introvert.
He has like these extrovert outbursts. Like it's some sort of illness.
I mean, it's important to remember as well that he has pretty severe OCD.
Yeah.
So like he's on the spectrum automatically because of that.
Yeah.
Like Yeah, I think it's more impulse with him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Lewis is an introvert. Simon is an introvert.
Yeah. I know I am, because I'm like, I can go out and do stuff and I can enjoy it, but it gets to a point where I'm like, I need to disassociate for a while.
Right.
I need to like
no, I get you.
I need to have my very quiet hours of like my brain doesn't have to work.
Yeah, no, I get you. I have the
Who
same.
else?
I mean,
Bree, introvert.
Bree's a massive introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Ben. Ben is middle sliders. Ben is a normal guy.
Yeah, I think Ben is. Here's what I would say. I think Ben is more normal than Daph.
That's true.
If I think of the normal person in the company, my mind goes to Ben more than anyone else.
He's just a normal dude.
He's just a guy, you know. He's a nice guy, and he's like an actual nice guy, not nice guy as in but yeah, no, he's. I think he's the most normal.
Yeah, most average. G is an introvert.
So many people. G's an introvert. Yeah.
Yeah.
All the Hoy boys are introverts.
Hoy boy.
Who else? I don't know Lola well enough, so I can't. I don't know about that.
Yeah. Kim introvert.
Kim introvert. Kirsty,
the high rollers.
Introvert.
The high rollers are introverts.
High rollers.
Joe is probably also normal boy, but I think Joe's still an introvert.
I think Joe's a bit of an introvert.
Yeah. Thank you, Fares.
What about
months.
Tom Bates?
Thank you.
He's an enigma.
Tom Bates doesn't exist. I think he's a collective dream of the Yogscast fans. Tom Bates.
Maybe, yeah.
I think so.
God, it was so fucking
Hi, Mr.
funny yet
Chillville.
awkward, right?
Uh-huh.
You remember when we, like, during Jingle Jam, when we went to watch Taskbox, like, on the big screen?
Yeah.
We went to the pub afterwards, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I remember just standing there, like, in a crowd, like, and I was walking towards, like, Tom Clark and Stu and so on, right?
Yeah.
From the pub. And I just said out loud, like, they asked, like, what do you think? I was like, oh, man, it was great. Tom Bates, he's just so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Without me realizing it, Tom Bates was standing right next to me, and he's like, "Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that." And I was like, "Oh, fuck! Like, at least I said something. At least I said something nice." You know? I didn't realize he was just standing there.
Tom Bates is so ridiculously talented in so many different ways, and just effortlessly funny.
Yeah,
he's 100%. So lovely. I try to give praise to a lot of people, and especially my friends and stuff, but I feel like I try to especially go out of my way to tell Tom Bates just how like he's talented and everything he is, because I don't want him to ever like stop doing his things.
Yeah.
So I want him to have this like energy where he's like, you know, has confidence, because I think he's just brilliant.
It's nice that he's got this like Taskbox project now as well, because like it's like a big project for him that he can constantly work on. And, like,
and the member show is really good too.
And the member show, yeah.
There's something else. I gave them a few ideas for that, so I hope I see them. So we'll see.
Yeah.
Someone said, "Do you think you're saying introverts aren't normal?" I am an introvert, and I think when people think of normal people, they think of extroverts. And like, I watched a show recently. I watched the BBC Traitors, and then I read the Reddit for it afterwards.
Yeah.
And they said this show is just extroverts versus introverts, because it was very much like people that were extroverted were like, this person's acting strange because they're quiet. So I very much felt it was like, you being an introvert isn't normal to other people because they don't understand it, maybe. But for me, I'm like, damn. So you just go out and do things and you don't get tired from it. And also, like, you don't need to have sometimes even a whole day the next day where you do absolutely nothing.
It all depends on your definition of what normal is, right? Which is different for everyone else.
It's hard for me to imagine the idea of someone being normal, because I think there's so many different like weird things that I do that I'm like, there's no way that someone doesn't at least do one of these weird things that I do. You know? Like, I could think of someone and be... If I think of someone normal, I think of, like... Is there any celebrity that I think of that's kind of normal? I don't know. If I picture in my head a normal person, I think of a person who has, like, a job, a car, maybe, like, a golden retriever or something, and they, like, have a couple of kids, they have a house, you know, just... Which also just seems like I'm saying I'm describing someone that just has their shit together and is older or something. But I imagine this person, and then I try to imagine them doing things that I do, like speaking in a Russian accent to themselves while they get something out of the refrigerator. And I'm like, I don't think they would do that. I try to think about them seeing roller skates in their living room and being like, I'm just going to put them on just to, like, put them on in my house. And I'm like, I don't think they would do that. So I'm, like, trying to think of all the little nuanced things that I do and imagine this, like, perfect normal person that I've made up in my head doing them. And I'm like, I don't think they would do those things.
I don't know. Like, yeah, I mean, normal has always been a weird term. And, like, I have this little, like, in-joke with my family where we're all like, none of us are fucking normal. We don't want to be normal.
Yeah.
You know, like, being normal is boring.
Yeah.
But
I try
we're
to...
all massive introverts. Like, my mother is an introvert. My father is the biggest introvert I know. Like, I'm an introvert. My sister, I always thought my sister was an extrovert, but, like, over the years, she's definitely shown that she's also an introvert.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, introversy is what I'm used to. So
I think it's, like, also the idea of, like, someone being completely neurotypical too, like not having any ADHD tendencies, not having any anxiety, not having any instances of depression and things like that. So I try to imagine if there is a person like that, that if people like that exist, because I think there must be. The word neurotypical exists, right? It's very, I don't know, it's weird because, like, I think the idea of saying someone is normal is not correct.
I've never particularly liked
normalize the relative anyway. Also why?
Yeah.
Terms anyway, because as you say, I don't think there is a single person out there that is just, what is neurotypical? Like, what makes us decide what means neurotypical and when are you neurodivergent? Like, I understand that if you're looking at stuff like autism, OCD, Asperger's,
ADHD,
that kind of stuff, ADHD, then you are neurodivergent in a thing. But with the amount of people I've as of late, I feel like I'm being outnumbered by people who have ADHD. So does that not make them more neurotypical in a sense, and me neurodivergent for not having it? Like, that's why I like the terms are weird. To me, at least, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, and that might be a strange thing to say, and like I don't mean anything by it, but like that's why I've never liked neurodivergency and neurotypicalness, because I don't think I know a single person that has not one weird quality, like in the way they act and behave.
I wonder if it's like, I also think about our gravitation towards one another in the sense that we are like, and I talk about this stuff with my therapist too, where I'm like, all of the people that I interact with and my community and my friends and everything, there are a lot of common factors, like especially in the community. Like, I'm a queer person, I have a lot of queer people in my community, and then things like ADHD and, you know, neurodivergencies and things like that. I do think there is like this sort of like, you kind of gravitate towards similar people, or at least people with like qualities that are kind of similar to your own, and maybe those have the overlap. It's so weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Like,
Zylus just really likes people with ADHD, I think is what it is. Zylus just really likes them.
Maybe. Well,
Mousy
the thing.
agrees.
Here's the thing, right? So
Yeah.
Mousy, of course, has ADHD.
Yeah.
But then, like, I keep hearing, like, Mark now has ADHD.
Yeah.
Like, he's been diagnosed with it, from what I understand.
Mhm.
Like, I think it's just like I don't know how many people I can say it out loud.
I think it's a lot
know,
of creative like people as well. Because also,
yeah,
like, I'm on my fucking, figuring out what's going on with boba kind of situation, which there is
Yeah.
like this umbrella and also this overlap between ADHD and autism and all of these things.
yeah,
But yeah, I don't know what it is. And I don't know if it's like this thing where it's like, if you're ADHD, maybe you have certain qualities, like maybe you are interested in like video games, or maybe you're more of an introvert or something. But then I don't know what you're doing to attract everyone with ADHD, Zylus.
I know.
Do you organize things really neatly?
No, I do not.
I
do not.
Can you remember when you have to do something?
Yes.
Do you have to make it on the calendar?
No.
Okay, Zylus, listen. I want what you have.
Yeah, I remember when I have to do something. Not everything.
Massey's like, Massey's like,
yeah, Mousy is just, don't listen to her.
Yeah. Yeah. The stack of cardboard boxes in your house. My thing is like, so this week for me was super busy.
Mm.
And so my calendar app is like, every single day has everything that I need to do. And then in my phone, I have about like, here's the alarms in my phone right now.
Okay.
I have an alarm to wake up. I have an alarm on Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday for the same time to stream, to get ready to stream. I have an alarm on Mondays for when me and Oz record. I have an alarm on Monday for when I have my stream. I have an alarm on Wednesdays for when I have therapy, and I have an alarm on Saturdays for when I stream. Because if I don't have those, I will not.
Okay. So I have I think a grand total of 4 alarms on my phone. 3 of those are in 10-minute intervals before
get out of here.
Days. So, like, we record like, because I have a fucked up sleep schedule, but we record my time at 11:30 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays generally, right? And so I have an alarm for 10 to 11, 11, and 10 past 11.
Oh my goodness!
I need to be out by 10 past 11 just so I can, be ready for the recording. Basically.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I do have that one. It's just muted right now, which I need to turn it on.
And then I have one more alarm. And that's the one that changes constantly depending on if there's something that I need to do.
So you just change the alarm?
I just changed the 4th alarm to whatever it needs to be.
That is so horrible, Zylus. Oh my god, I couldn't do that. Because then I'd forget when I needed the alarm again. I would not be able to.
Right. Yeah, no, that's how I do it, at least.
Yeah. How funny.
Yeah.
I'm ready to beat the devil.
I'm ready to beat the devil.
He never writes anything down. What a freak. Zylus, you're the freak around here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I mean. Maybe I'm the neurodivergent one.
Yeah. He doesn't write anything down. 0 alarms, you just remember things.
She's now going to say he forgets half of what he does.
Yeah.
What he's supposed to remember. Like, she's going to spout some propaganda.
I have to beg him to text me the appointments. Propaganda. Goodness.
When do we ever miss an appointment, Mousy?
My chair?
Oh yeah, that's my responsibility. Yeah. Your chair is my responsibility. No, of
Goodness.
Course.
Thank you, Bubbles.
What about, have we ever missed an actual appointment with someone else? Oh, because you're paranoid as shit. Okay. Yes. All right. Let's go beat the devil. Yeah.
I
shall
see
we?
how it is. I see how it is. All right, yeah, let's do it.
All right. Let's have a look. Let's
Do you
see if I
think
can
we're
get
gonna
it to
do
work
it?
in one go. I think we're gonna do it in like within an hour. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see.
We nearly did it last time.
Yeah.
Like we saw the last phase and got like halfway through it.
Oh, that's true.
So I think we can get it done pretty reliably today.
First try. First
No,
try.
I did just take a look at the script. So,
Uh-oh, did you?
did you see the author?
I hadn't looked for it today.
You gotta look for today. It's Lewis.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah.
He likes to squeeze out that content, right?
He does. He does.
I
a little
mean,
bit,
like,
doesn't
how many episodes of GTA 5 are there? When will it
Yes.
end?
he? Yeah, there's a lot of them. Few too many.
Thank you, Penarctic Care.
Encasse 2 boxlures.
Right, did I get it? Oh my god, I got it to work in one go. It's crazy.
That bodes well.
Okay.
Alright, let me sit horribly in my chair.
Right, I'm in. Let's make sure that it's being captured. And I'll invite you.
Is everybody ready?
It better be.
Do I mean comfortably? No, I have to sit uncomfortably. That's how I function.
You function by making yourself be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Because
then if I'm not comfortable, I won't be like... I won't be on edge. I need to be on edge to perform.
I see.
Yeah.
It's I mean, fair enough.
Yeah.
You know, fair enough.
Yeah.
Why won't you capture cut? But okay, we'll just do it like this. Fuck it. All right, that works. Remote play together.
I see it.
I'm gonna quickly pee and then we get started.
Okay. I'm just gonna defeat the devil while Zylus is gone.